My name is Jesus Reyes, and today I'm going to be solving the communications problem for the Newton's law of cooling. This is the equation that we're given, and these are the variables that go with it. T2 is final temperature, T0 is constant, the T1 is the initial temperature, K is the decay coefficient, and T is the time difference. So first we're going to solve for K, and then I plugged all these numbers into the equation. I subtracted 70 first from both sides, then I subtracted 80 minus 70, which gives me 10. Then I multiplied negative k times 1, and then I get this 5 equals 10 e to the negative k. Then I divided 10 by both sides, which gives me 1/2 equals e to the negative k. Then I took the natural log of both sides, which gives me natural log of 1/2 equals negative k, because the natural log times e gives me 1, so 1 times negative k is negative k. Natural log of 1/2, once I put that in the calculator, it ends up being negative 0.6931 equals negative k. Then I divided by negative 1 on both sides, which gives me 0.6931 is k. And k, like we said before, is the decay coefficient, which is the rate at which the temperature of the body is cooling. Now that we know k, we're gonna solve for the actual time that Mr. Reyes died. So I figured out that we have to work backwards in order to solve in order to know what time he died, because we know that it was before 6 o'clock. So the initial temperature that I put was 80 degrees, because that was the time of discovery, equals 70 plus 98.6, which is the initial temperature at which Mr. Reyes died. That is minus 70, and then e, and then to the k that we found, times t, which is what we're trying to find. So I subtracted 70 from both sides, which equals 10. Then I subtracted 98.6 minus 70, which gives me 28.6 e to the negative 0.6931 to the t. And then I divided this number to the other side, which gives me 0.397 equals e to the negative 0.6931. Then I natural log both sides, which gives me natural log of 0.3497 equals this, and the natural log and e went away again because that equals 1. Divided this by on both sides, which gives me t equals 1.52. That is the time that it took since the time of death to the time of the discovery. That's what we just found. Now that we know that, we are going to subtract that number. We're going to subtract that number to 6, because we know at 6 o'clock, that's when Mr. Reyes was discovered, but we know he died before that, and this is essentially what it is. So we are going to subtract 6 minus 1.52, which ends up being 4.48, which is 4 hours at 4:48 p.m. So we know at this time, that's the time that Mr. Reyes died.